What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? What's good, people? What's going on? How is everybody doing? I hope and I pray that you guys had a wonderful trading week. And I pray that you did everything that you were supposed to do and stayed out the way. Well, this is your boy Hardam, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video gonna be like some type of psychology or educational video. I just don't know how to place it, right? So we're gonna be looking at the nest today. This video will be based on support and resistance, but mainly like psychology, right? So before we start or before we get any further with the video, don't forget to smash on the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, share the video, comment on the video, do everything that you're supposed to do that will put the algorithm up there for the video so more people can learn, more people can understand, and more people can overcome all this trading curve and the trading journey that we need to overcome in Forex, right? So this video, like I said, will be based on how to like some things that you need to avoid when you're trading support and resistance. But I want to use current price because currently price is trading at support using the nest, right? I can use any time frame, I can use any pair, but I want to work on the daily, the 4 hour, and the hourly, mainly based on me having to show you guys how I avoid some things, how I don't do it, and how I do it, right? So when you look at the nest from the daily, right, you can clearly see that our current price, we are kind of moving in a downtrend, right? So when we now see something like this, right, you can simply tell that we had this support that we violated, we had this support or this support, just depending on where you could have placed it, right? And we now currently are on this support that we're trading on. So when you now see all these things that are laid out, right, you can clearly see that, okay, prices was reacted here with some type of higher high, higher low, looking and continuing to the upside, creating a new high, right? Coming back again to the very same zone, right? Reacting from the very same zone and pushing to the upside. Coming back again to react on this very same zone, breaking out, breaking back above, breaking out, breaking back above, spiking the zone and continuing to the upside, right? And now price did what? Violated, had a retest, and continued moving to the downside. So when you now see this, that gives you an indication that the NAS is in the downtrend, right? We're violating support zones that we once had, right? So things that I want to talk about, it's mainly based on how to not how you're gonna like make your zones from the daily to the 4 hour and the hourly, and how you need to avoid being stopped out, or how you have to avoid taking entries without confirmations, right? So this was the very first zone that we had. I think I would use this zone. I think I would use this current price zone. So when you now look at this from the daily time frame, right? We now know that, okay, price once reacted, not once, not once. Price reacted once, the second time, the third time, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, so many times, the seventh time until price reacted, right? So now you now can simply tell that, okay, price has created a zone which it once respected and kind of violated, right? So when we now head to the 4 hour, because we now know that we have a strong zone that the daily is reacting on. So on the 4 hour, we are simply going to do what? To look at what price did to react on that zone and what we might be potentially looking for moving forward, right? So when we start from here, where it all happened. So starting from this 4 hour zone, like we said, right? This was our higher high, looking at current price basically, and price created a higher low and pushed for a higher high, right? And a higher low and continue to the upside, creating those highs, right? So when you now see that, okay, price did something like this, when we now hop on to the history, to the current price, right? Price came back to the very same zone. So when we came back to the very same zone, what happened to tell us that this is a strong zone to play on or to trade from? We now had price doing what? Reacting, right? Looking for the possible reversal to the upside, but unfortunately we broke below, right? And then we came back above, and then we came back to support the very same zone above, meaning that we failed breaking below. So from price breaking out, we had that retest inside. We had price having a retest, but was above our very same zone, right? And then we had what? Bullish momentum, and price continued moving to the upside, stronger to the upside, right? And then when you now look again at what happened on our current price, again, our next current price using history though. So we now see that price had multiple reactions on this very same zone. So when we now came back and had multiple reactions, what that would be looking for when price is doing something like this is to simply wait for price to break the lows that it created or the highs that it created, because we're moving mercy, we're moving sideways, right? And a sideways movement is a BS movement, right? So when we're now moving sideways like this, you now wait for confirmation. Are we going to break below or above? In this instance, price broke below, price broke above. I mean, right? So, and then looking again at our current price kind of reacted on this very same zone, looking for a possible reversal until we had price breaking out impulsively. So well, you now see that, okay, the support zone is not picture perfect, right? So once price came back the first time and price coming back the second time, what's that would be looking for now? How are you going to take your trades? Because price created a higher low and price came back to the very same higher low. What's that would be looking for now? That's where I hop onto the hourly time frame and look for reasons into what I have to do, right? So on the 4 hour, on the hourly time frame, I now know that, okay, price once reacted on this zone and came back again to this very same zone. What's that do I have to look for? So like we spoke about this, right? That price kind of like reacted and pushed below. So we kind of like had price failing to break below and looking for the possible reversal, and price broke below, unfortunately. And then we pushed to the upside. And then price broke above the very same zone. And then we reacted to the very same zone until we had momentum and continued to the downside, to the upside. So when you now see that, okay, price now has multiple confluences. One, we're possibly having a what? An inverse head and shoulders, right? So the first take could be an inverse head and shoulders, right? That would be the first reason why you'd be looking to buy on support. The second reason would be what? The second and far most important reason that other people are not aware of is price created some type of intraday highs, right? This double bottom, this double top that we had, price kind of like reacted, right? Until we had this break above. So from the head and shoulders that you have, price now had a break above of our neckline. Or when you're looking at this with a double bottom perspective, price broke above our double top, right? So breaking above our double top, that clearly means we need to wait for what? For a retest and look for continuation to the upside. So based on how I could have took trades, one, I could have simply waited for a clean price to do it, to close above my very same neckline, because I anticipate a possible head and shoulders with a clean 40 pip stop loss, because that's what I always trade with, guys. You guys know it by now. So this could have been how I could have took this trade, right? So when I take this trade like this, I now have multiple reasons as to why I have to be bullish on our support, regardless of the structure that we have, which is bearish, right? One, we have an inverse head and shoulders. Two, we had a double top that price created and we kind of closed above, right? And the third thing is, obviously, we had bullish momentum or bullish candlesticks with pay depletion, bullish momentum looking to continue to the upside. And this could have been a trade that we could have took, right? This could have been a clean trade that we could have looked for, looking for those possible highs, right? So when you now come back on this very same zone and you clearly see that now we're in a mess, right? So when you see this now, again, price created a what? A head and shoulders, right? And now when price created a head and shoulders, we broke above our zone and we started trading above our zone, breaking out again, coming back to the very same previous low that we had, and price reacting again to the upside and breaking out again and price reacting again. So like I said, we simply wait for two reasons into what we have to do. One, we need to wait for a break above or break below, right? So in this instance, price filled breaking below, regardless of us breaking below our support zone, right? Price had previous lows that it created before breaking below those lows. Price created a possible double bottom and price pushed to the upside. Or the other thing is you need to wait for a break above the highs that we created. And in this instance, the highs that we created price violated those highs. So when you now see that, okay, we had this breakout of this highs, we had price closing above and continuing to the upside, and we now had this gap that we had price created and traded below. So with this trade below, you could have simply waited for what? For one, for price to go out of our support, off of our highs that we created, or for two, for price to close above the intraday highs that price could have created, depending on how you trade and what you trade. So I hope you guys understand what I'm teaching you and what I'm sharing here. If you don't understand what I repeat, everything that I said right now, start the video again so you can understand that this is mainly based on things that you need to avoid. You don't have to be the first person when you see a possible person that price is creating. No, wait for reasons into why you have to do what price is showing you. We're closing above, are you gonna continue above? What reasons do we have that, okay, we closed above a certain zone? What's the reason that we have that we're still gonna continue above? You need to wait for that bullish momentum. Close below, wait for that bearish momentum. Wait for patterns, wait for candlesticks, wait for reasons into why you have to be bullish or bearish. Don't just hop in the charts because you see price trading above our support and you're thinking of taking buys with no reason of why you have to take a buy, right? Wait for reasons, wait for confluences, and wait for patterns. And far most importantly, be patient as a trader. So that's the video that I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if this could be a psychology or this could be a educational trade breakdown chart breakdown video, but you guys know it. Before we end the video, click on the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification, share the video, click on the link on my description to sign up with the broker that I use. And you know what I always end the video on. Don't forget to check on the day in the life vlogs that I recently dropped. Check them out, like on the video, comment on the video, do anything that you have to do. But you know it's a vibe when Harlem is dropping something new. But without further ado, that's your boy Harlem. That's all I got in this video.